Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to go and take a look at this sub EZA for Future Android 17. Funny enough, JP put kind of like the, the sticker effect for him and Future Android 18 into the data months and months ago. So we've known for quite a while that Future 17 and Future 18 were coming up on sub EZAs, EZAs here. Now, I don't know how much I'm particularly liking this 17. I don't know if I really can see myself using him much outside of like a burst mode situation or something along those lines. I gave him full additional here. He does have built-in crits. I mean, you guys know the story. If you see a character typically where I'm just throwing like, not dodge on it, I maybe don't think as highly of them. But, we'll see how he'll perform. This is a character that does have a bunch of orb changing, but it's like he's type orb changing and needs the orbs. We'll see. Let's just hop into a fight. Let's see how effective this EZA Future Android 17 is. Alright guys, we are here in an event. So let's go ahead and take a look at what our boy 17 is able to do here. Now, not really the greatest rotation in terms of his links and stuff like that, but we do have Tech 17, 18 around who will be able to give 17 a lot of his links and stuff. So, I mean, talking about his links, let's see what we have here. Organic Upgrade, Android Assault, Twin Terrors, Brutal Beatdown, Nightmare, Dismal Future, and Fierce Battle. Organic Upgrade. Let me take a look at this. This is actually not a link that I'm familiar with off the top of my head, so... Future 17, Future 18. So this is present day Android 18. So is this, but mostly this is just future Android 17 and 18. Okay. What's unbelievable is Android 17 and 18, they have 3 exclusive links. Twin Terrors, Infinite Energy, and Organic Upgrade. Is that not insane? 17 and 18, they have 3 exclusive links. Some Organic Upgrade is pretty rare. I mean, I guess it's literally just like the future androids mostly, right? Okay, so yeah, there's that. Definitely in terms of his links, we're gonna want him paired next to another, future androids. All right, in terms of the super attack effect, we're getting 30% defense, supreme damage, and then he gets 30% attack for 3 turns. So no, that's 50% attack for 3 turns. Okay. So, the additional build we put on him certainly would work well. I mean, you guys know how I get down additional normal after additional normal, but if he gives us the supers, I mean, that you get a couple of stacks, that 50% defense, that is very interesting for sure. So 17, 150% attack and defense. He changes tech key spheres to physical key spheres. Then he changes SDR key spheres to AGL, and gets an additional as a high chance to be a super if HP is 78% or less. Then he gets 30% attack and 20% defense per physical key sphere obtained. Then he gets 20% attack and defense per regular key sphere obtained. High chance to crit. And then he gets 1 key, 50% attack and defense, and a 17% chance to crit per Future Saga ally in their rotation. So, I mean, we got a bunch of physical orbs right here. I guess let's just see what he does. We have no support here, and a lot of his links we're leaving on the table, so this is not the craziest rotation for him ever, but we could see what 17 is going to be able to put up for us. And then remember, he'll be stronger on subsequent turns after we get a super attack effect up. So 4.4 right there, okay. Definitely pretty low. We did get, that's the hidden potential system additional super right there, beautiful. So that's double 50% right there for a couple of turns now. We'll take that. And we saw, he is critting as well. Remember, he does have a high chance to crit just built in. So, I mean, certainly in terms of build for this 17, I mean, you got to either go additional or dodge. I would say one of the two. Again, if I had the luxury of just having a million perfect dodge equips to give to every character, probably every character I'd run would be full dodge, except for a very exclusive few. Typically, if the character is so good, like, they might not need dodge. Right? Like, Mid-Junior, Orange Piccolo, don't need dodge. And I wouldn't even recommend it on them, right? Like, those are examples of characters. Very, very exclusive few. Okay, so I guess I'll just keep going. We'll come back for this next rotation here. 17, we're going to be able to have his links up next time. All right, so I guess one issue that could arise here running him with 17 and 18, it's going to be nice in that we're going to have all links activated. Certainly that's going to be pretty good. But both of these units are going to need orbs, right? Like, it's like, basically, almost every single character in Dokkan is one of two things. A build-up character in some fashion, or a nuking character, right? Like, I mean, you know, oftentimes I will lavish, like, LR Bulma in praise, or maybe, like, Pat the Power Kid Goku, because they don't need to build up like many other characters. They need to get hit, or stack, or something. But, I mean, you know, if you're nuking, there's still something you need to do. Now, this is going to be a very good rotation for 17. What's our defense here? 400? That's it? Bro, he gets 30% attack, 20% defense per physical key sphere. Like, we got a lot of spheres, and then he gets 20% attack and defense if it's a non-physical key sphere. I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking he might just suck ass. I guess he does get... Well, I mean, even the HP condition, it's only an additional and other orb changing that he gets. I don't know. I mean, sure, you know, we got the 2 supers. He does have crits built in. I guess I should keep that in mind. I mean, he did kill right there. We did double super attack. Again, we got the hidden potential system additional super again. So we're running around with multiple stacks of that attack up. I mean, he does have crit. Like, he could do some damage and stuff like that, but damn, dude. I mean, it's like with these, like, it's just that provided that we have the orbs for him, like, he could do okay, I guess. I'm not a fan. This 17, I just don't, like, outside of, like, burst mode. I mean, dude, look how few teams the future androids have too, right? Like, he is not on a lot of teams. Where would we use this guy? Maybe, like, burst mode, where we need to use, like, a sibling bond, like physical sibling bond characters, or like physical android / Cell Saga or something like that. Like, that's, unfortunately, this 17, I'm just getting burst mode vibes from this guy. He doesn't really seem too exhilarating to me here. Alright, so we've got this next turn, and it's like, okay, like, you know, we could see some stuff. So we'll be able to get 7 orbs right here. Okay, sure. What's our defense in this rotation? 376. Ah, damn. Alright, so, like, look at this. Like, if I don't use 17 and 18's Ghost Usher right here, we die. Like, well, I mean, we have 800k HP. Yeah, I mean, he is an EZA, so yeah, he's at 18,000 HP. That's pretty good. Right, and we're running Goasu and Zamasu. They're an EZA character. Their HP is decent. Obviously, in future Gohan, his is really good. LR level, for sure. Do we just see what the super attack is? I mean, I guess we've already... we'll live, but... yeah. Let's not use the Ghost Usher. Let's see how much damage 17 will take. I mean, I'm already pretty content in terms of seeing the damage he dishes out. But, I mean, this is all the orbs up. Oh, this is something I haven't noticed before. It even shows when the domain effect... Yeah, this update was nice. Like, we could see that the domain effect is up there. I guess I just haven't really used domain characters enough since the update. This is with Goasu and Zamasu's support, by the way. Alright, let's see what 17 gets right here. So Cell will hit us. Cell does about 1 million. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, I mean... I'm not necessarily saying, like, oh my god, he can't survive 1 million damage super attack, he's ass, but, I mean, certainly that's not a very good-looking performance for him. When we have defensive support, we have all of his links up, and it's like, that's the best that Future 17 has got. Do we even need to see more of him? No, I don't think so. Not really a fan of Future 17 there. Yeah, definitely not. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at Future Android 17 right here. This is Ruthless Pressure, Android 17 Future. Leader skills, physical type, key 3 and 100% of stats. Super attack is the Excel Dance, which gives him 30% defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage to the enemy, and then gets 50% attack for 3 turns right there. So it is a strong super attack effect for sure. Passive skill, Audacious Invasion. He gets 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. He turns tech key spheres into physical key spheres. He turns SDR key spheres into AGL key spheres, and gets an additional as a high chance to be a super if HP 78% or less. He gets 30% attack, 20% defense per physical key sphere obtained, then 20% attack and defense per non-physical key sphere, which is good for maybe like rainbow orbs or something like that. Then he gets a high chance to crit, just baseline, sure. And then he gets 1 key, 50% attack and defense, and a 17% chance to crit per Future Saga category ally on the turn. We obviously were running the Future Gohan 200% Future team, so we had the full buffs from that up at all times, and I really was not very impressed by anything we saw from 17. Links are Organic Upgrade, Android Assault, Twin Terrors, Brutal Beatdown, Nightmare, Dismal Future, Fierce Battle, 12 key multiplier, 135%. It's a tad low, but I mean, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, right? It is funny too, by the way, how old like these characters are. This Future 17 and 18. I mean, these guys have been around forever, because these guys were, I mean, I remember like seeing like Rhyme Style and Nano and stuff pull these units and being bummed, like, you know, even before I was on the game, really. The SSR for this 17, this one right here, came out on February 19th of 2016. So, needless to say, it's been quite a while since the SSRs. Like, it's crazy. Like, the character, like, the base of this character came out in 2016. Here we are actually about to be 8 years later. You know, like, in 2 months, it's 8 years. And this character is, like, I mean, he's still, like, kinda relevant. I mean, I'm not too impressed, but, like, he's usable at least. And then the categories that Future 17 is on here, he's on the Future Saga category team, but that's pretty much like where we have to use him. He is also on the Android category team, more Android buffs, sure. There have been a lot of Android buffs over the last month, the 21s, Android 13, 17, 18, 16. He's also on Sibling Bond. Again, like Burst Mode, Physical Sibling Bond, like that's probably where this guy will be useful, potentially. He's also on the Android/Cell Saga team. And then finally down here, he is on Worldwide Chaos. So let me know what you guys think of this EZA Future Android 17 here. I was not really impressed.